Yo, what's up guys? So in this video, I want to continue my little spiel about high reps and go into greater detail about some of the benefits of high reps for powerlifting that I forgot to mention in the original video. So one of the biggest benefits of training in the higher rep range, say 10, 15, 20 reps, is you're gonna reinforce and master the movement pattern, whether it's a bench press or squat or deadlift. See, the thing is guys, we're all built differently. What do I mean by this? In terms of limb length, mainly leg length, torso length, and arm length. All of us are built slightly differently, and we're gonna have different leverages for the deadlift or bench press or squat. So by doing sets of say 15 to 20 reps, you get in a really nice rhythm, really nice groove, and you learn what form is gonna work best for your body type, for your body mechanics. And I'd say for the most part, you might not get that benefit of learning what form and mastering your form for your body type if you're doing sets of 3 or sets of 4 or sets of 5. Even if you're doing that for multiple sets, I honestly think sets of 3 is not enough to really learn what form works best for your body. But doing sets of 20, you're really gonna master the form based on your body, and you might even learn things over time. It might be a month later, you keep doing sets of 20, you learn something new, like, hey, I should be a little narrower on the deadlift, I can get more explosiveness off the floor, or I'm a wider individual, I should have a little wider foot stance and wider grip width, or I need to engage my lats more, or I need to press through the ground and leg press the weight up a bit on the deadlift, or on bench press it helps to retract my scapula, or whatever. I'm just giving you guys a few examples. You're gonna learn these things over time by doing higher reps. I'm not saying you can't learn those things doing lower reps, but I really do think the higher reps helps you reinforce your form and just master your form. Even if you don't have a weak point, it's gonna help you master your form doing sets of 15 to 20. So that's the first benefit. Form practice. You're gonna get really good at your form, and it's just gonna become automatic, so that when you go back to sets in the 1 to 5 rep range a lot heavier, your form is just automatic because you learned it by doing sets in the 10 to 20 rep range. Now another benefit, guys, I know a lot of people think the ideal rep range for building muscle is 8 to 12 reps or whatever. I think that's a pretty good rep range, but I would argue maybe, again, I'm not the most muscular guy, but that 10 to 20 reps is actually a bit better than the 8 to 12 rep range. Now, why is that, guys? Think about all the blood you're pumping through the muscles, the lactic acid, the burn, all that stuff, doing a set in the 10 to 20 rep range. And as I said before, it's gonna be more total weight lifted. Always, when you take an athlete who's at a certain strength level and they're trained to failure, give them a set of 20 versus a set of 5. The set of 20, if they're training hard, is always going to be more total weight lifted than a set of 5. And I'll give you an example. Let's say I do 405 for 20. That's 8,000 total pounds. A similar rep range in the 5 rep range might be like 525 for 5. It's like 2,500 pounds, okay guys? So you compare 8,000 versus 2,500, I'm willing to bet the 8,000 total pounds is gonna build more muscle than the 2,500 total pounds, as I said before in the other video. So what do we got so far, guys? We got better form practice. We got more muscle. I think the lactic acid, the blood, all that stuff, pumping all the blood into the muscle in a set of 15 or 20 is going to maybe build more muscle than a set of 8 to 12. Now another benefit, it's easier to progress on a set of 15 or 20 than it is on a set of 3 or 5. Now why is that? It's because each individual rep is a smaller percentage of your max. So again, if you're trying to go from a set of 15 to a set of 16, you're going to do that in a shorter period of time in terms of training sessions than trying to go from a set of 3 to a set of 4, because those sets of 3 and 4 are a greater percentage of your max, which means it's going to take more time to add a rep to a set of 3 than it is to go from like 15 to 16 reps. So that's the beauty of high reps, guys. You can progress on it quicker in a quicker period of time. It's easier to hit a 1 rep PR in a set of 15 or 16 or 17 or 18 or 19 or 20 than it is in a set of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. You can make that progress quicker and more consistently. Isn't that all what we want, guys? PRs to keep progressing. If you hit a PR in a 15 rep set or a 20 rep set, are you ever going to complain? No, you shouldn't. A PR is a PR. You don't need to go from 3 reps to 4 reps or add 10 pounds to your 5 rep max or 10 pounds to your 3 rep max. A PR is a fucking PR. So if you add 10 pounds to your 15 rep PR, it's still a PR. Now, one final point I want to address. Don't think just because it's 15 to 20 reps that means it's going to be lightweight. Guys, I've deadlifted 455 for 20 sumo. Is 455 lightweight? I don't think so, guys. Unless you're freaking like, you know, Eric Lillibridge or Pete Rubish or Dan Green or whoever. Most likely 455 is not lightweight for the average person. Not necessarily super heavy, but it's not light. So the point is 20 rep sets, they don't have to be light. You know, I benched 235 for 15 today. Is 235 lightweight? Yeah, maybe if you're a 500-pound bencher, but for most of us average gym goers, that's not like super lightweight. So don't think because it's 15 to 20 reps or 10 reps, it's going to be light. It doesn't have to be. If you're hard work and you train hard, you can get fantastic results in the 15 to 20 rep range or 10 to 20 rep range. That's it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.